Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back. I'm here for my NFL Week 13 picks and predictions. Last week we went 7-5 so far on the week, with that Monday night game still to go tonight. So we're hoping to get to 8-5 on the week. You know, it's not a terrible week. There's a lot of upsets this week, like the Browns over Pittsburgh, the Titans over the Texans, the Cowboys over the Commanders. So, you know, if you're 8-4 up to this point, you've had a really, really good week. On the season, we're 116-62. There's a four-way spot for the number one spot in the world at 134-44 on the season. So we're 18 games behind that. So we've definitely got some things to make up this week. But we have a full slate of games. There's no teams on bye this week. We've obviously got 3 games on Thanksgiving, and then the Raiders and Chiefs playing on Friday. So let's get started with my locks here. The first lock is the Bears at the Lions. I really like the Lions in this matchup. They might be my Super Bowl pick right now. Chicago, they've looked better after they fired their offensive coordinator. You know, Caleb Williams does look a little bit better. He's running the ball more effectively in this offense. But the Chicago Bears team is a team that beats themselves. They really struggled on third down defense last week versus the Vikings. They had a lot of penalties. I think this is kind of a poorly coached team. Plus, this is a short week, so I expect the Lions to win this game pretty handily. Give me them to win all day. The next lock I got here is the Chiefs over the Raiders. This just comes down to who do I trust more off of a short week. I trust the Chiefs. You know, I know that they've been playing bad teams close all season, and the Raiders probably classify as a bad team, a talent deficient team. But I like the Chiefs in this game. At home on a short week, I'm going to go with Andy Reid and the Chiefs. Desmond Ridder starting the game for the Raiders after Gardner Minshew broke his collarbone in the game last week. I think Desmond Ridder is not the greatest quarterback. You saw him face a lot of pressure last week in the few snaps that he did have. You know, I know this is his second year and he's had a little bit of experience in Atlanta, but I don't think it's enough to get past the Chiefs. I know that the Raiders do have a pretty solid receiving core, but the offensive line, the running game, I really don't think is going to give Desmond Ridder any help in this game. So give me the Chiefs in that one. Then you have the Cardinals at the Vikings. I really, really like the Vikings in this game. I think the Vikings' home field advantage is one of the best in the league. This is an early slot game for a West Coast team in the Arizona Cardinals. This is going to be the second road game in a row for Arizona after playing in Seattle. So 2 very tough road games in a row. You know, I think the Vikings coaching staff has done a really, really good job with Sam Darnold. And Aaron Jones, to me, was a great pickup this offseason. I think he's one of the top backs in the league. Arizona seemed to kind of get away from the run last week versus Seattle. So I expect the Vikings to win this game in a close one, but I expect them to win nonetheless. Then you have the Colts at the Patriots for my next lock of the week. Drake May has really impressed me this season. I don't know if there's a quarterback in the league doing more with less. He can get yards on the ground as well. I don't think enough people are talking about his running ability. But give me the Colts in this game. I'm higher on Anthony Richardson than a lot of people are. I think the AFC South is wide open. The Colts still have a chance. The Colts probably have the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL, so they're going to have to win these games to give themselves a shot. Give me the Colts to win that one. Then you have the Seahawks at the Jets. I'll take Seattle all day. They are right there in the playoff picture with a close NFC West. I still like some of those Seattle playmakers like Walker, who ran the ball really well last week. You have Metcalf, Lockett, and the Jets to me are probably the most dysfunctional team in the NFL right now. So give me the Seahawks all day. Then you have the Bucs at the Panthers. I love Baker Mayfield. I love the way he's playing this season. He's got a moxie to him. This is a big division game for the Bucs. They need this game. They can't afford to lose it now. They've lost 4 games in a row, before last week, so they really, really need this win. Evans is now back for the second week in a row. I think that makes a big impact on the Bucs. I know the Panthers played the Chiefs competitively last week, but I'm going to go with the Bucs there. Then you have the 49ers at the Bills. The Bills, to me, are a really scary team. They're coming off of a bye. I do expect the 49ers to be getting a little bit healthier, but this game, to me, comes at a bad time for the 49ers. This is going to be a cold game in New York. The Bills, they have a run game. They're able to pass the ball really well. Josh Allen is playing some of the best football of his career. I expect the Bills to take care of this team. The 49ers defense has not been great all season either, so give me the Bills at home. Then you have the Browns at the Broncos. I know it's not smart to bet against the Browns right now. Winston is kind of giving this team some life, some juice, but is it enough to get past this Broncos team in Mile High in late November? Bo Nix is looking comfortable in this offense. This Broncos team has some real momentum going for them. And to me, they could even win a playoff game at the rate they're going. So give me the Broncos to win this one at home. I really like that one as well. Then you have my final lock of the week, the Titans at the Commanders. The Commanders are coming off of 3 straight losses. They're desperate to get a win. The Titans, they did beat the Texans last week, but the Titans to me are still a poorly coached team. They're inconsistent, and they have a negative turnover differential, while the Commanders are better coached at home. They don't turn the ball over nearly as much, so give me the Commanders to bounce back and win that one. Now I'm going to get into some of the games that I'm a little bit unsure about, some of the 50-50 games that I feel like have some upset potential as well. The first one is the other Thursday night Thanksgiving game happening, the Giants at the Cowboys. I'm going to take the Cowboys in this game reluctantly, just because Cooper Rush seems like he's the more comfortable quarterback right now. He made more plays last week. I like the Cowboys defense a little bit more than the Giants defense. I feel like the Cowboys use CeeDee Lamb, all over the place, running the ball as well. So, they seem like they get the ball to him. I like the Cowboys in this one a little bit more than the Giants, but I'm not totally comfortable picking this one on Thanksgiving. Then you have the Dolphins at the Packers. The Dolphins have been a team that's gotten hot since Tua's come back. The Packers, though, are also a good team. This is obviously going to be in Green Bay. This is the Green Bay Packers' second game in a row at home. This is obviously a game that's not going to reach above, 35 degrees. And then I like this Packers team a lot. The addition of Josh Jacobs has also been another great running back addition. He's been running the ball really well as well. I think this one is close, but I'm going to take the Packers. Obviously we've seen the Dolphins struggle in cold games like this, so give me the Packers. Then you have the Steelers at the Bengals. This feels like a game that's really too tough to pick. Right now I'm leaning Bengals, but that's really going to fluctuate throughout the week. There's not a lot of science to that game. That's just going to be a physical, tough, AFC North battle. Then you have the Texans at the Jaguars. The Texans, they've kind of been disappointing a little bit. The Jags, potentially could get Trevor Lawrence back in this matchup. I'm not sure about that yet at this early point in the week, so I think that one's a little bit too early to pick as well. Then you have the Rams at the Saints. I really want to go with the Rams in this one, but to me, something's telling me that the Saints have a chance, especially at home. Another great home field advantage in New Orleans. That's one that I'm really not comfortable picking at this point in the week either. Then you have the Eagles at the Ravens and the Chargers at the Falcons. Those two teams have not played at the time of me recording this video on Monday morning. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be back next week for my next week's picks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.